I'm 29, introduced my wife, F29, to all of my friends 3 years ago, and little by little she's losing all of them because she only talks about her and belittles everyone. How do I tell her gently that she's the problem? Edit, had a conversation with my wife. I let her know that the friend group sent me a message saying that my wife is toxic. She agreed that she's been petty with the girls because she's seen them isolating her. She said that there is merit to the way they're treating her, and she will sit down with the one she considers her best friend to listen to her on what my wife's faults are which allowed this situation to happen. She cried and took the feedback to heart. Thank you, Reddit. My wife always had acquaintances, but never true friendships. I introduced her to my large friend group, and everyone immediately accepted her. But over the past 2-3 years, she's lost the majority of all the girlfriends because she makes every conversation about her and starts to belittle all of the girls. Every conversation turns into what she wants to talk about and what we have done as a couple compared to what everyone else has done. She rarely asks the girls anything about them, but will always go out of her way to tell her life story every single time. I received a text from one of my best friends that his wife doesn't want to hang out with us anymore because she believes my wife is too toxic and ruins the night every time we hang out. They were already distant in the past couple of months, and I sensed it, but last night they confirmed that they would rather be distant and be okay than try to continue to be close and end up hating the relationship. His wife and my wife were best friends for a solid 8 months, but their relationship is gone. I know it's true because I have seen it in every part. I see her making every single conversation about her, and rarely listening, but always talk. Rarely asking, but always telling. How do I tell my wife that I received this text message, that a person she considers her best friend wants to officially cut ties and be distant because she thinks my wife is too long? Don't read. Introduce my wife to all of my friends. She has befriended on all the girls and gradually lost most of them in the past 2 years because of ego. I got a text to confirm what I always thought. How do I gently tell her without offending her or putting her on the defensive? Question. How does she treat you? Does she listen to you at all? Does she make everything redirect back to herself? Within your own relationship, does she belittle you? Because I assume the answer has to be a yes. She may show other loving qualities that she doesn't with other people, but there's no way she is incapable of friendships, but highly capable of intimacy in partnerships. You might be enabling her by just telling yourself, oh, that is how she is when she is being self-centered and self-absorbed around you. If I am right, then I would stop making excuses for her and tell her you need her to work on herself in your relationship and with others. She likely has these tendencies from her upbringing, probably needs some kind of counseling to figure it out. It all sounds like deep insecurity, especially the belittling. Sometimes offensive people need to be offended, so I don't know how you think this would go any other way. But for the sake of your lives together, I would bring this up in a clear way, with kindness. She may react badly at first, but at some point she needs to either come to the table and work on it, or you need to decide if you want a partnership, but no larger friendship circle. People get defensive when they're told unappealing things about themselves. What matters is how she behaves after the fact. If she takes it and actively works on herself, then good. If she buries her head in the sand and refuses to change, that is entirely on her. You have to understand at some point she will have no one but you. Then you'll have to sacrifice time with friends if they don't want her around. You probably won't want to give up on your wife or make her uncomfortable, and your social life will eventually dwindle. The friend group will continue without you too, especially if your wife insists she tags along. No one wants to be around someone who can ruin the mood of the entire group. She is the common denominator in the ending of all her friendships. When she is left with no one but you, things will go so very fast. You should tell her before it gets to that point. I'm sure she's noticed people wanting to be around her less. Since you care for her, you need to tell her why. If she is upset by the reality of the consequences of her behavior, it's her choice what she does next. Like I said, she can improve or remain the same. You can't save someone from themselves, no matter how much you want to. I have a friend like that. A few months back, I lost my cool after everything I said switched back to her. I just started talking louder and louder each time she cut me off. She just talked louder and louder over me. I ended up telling her to shut up and explained how she dominated every conversation. She looked totally shocked and apologized. She still continues to do it. I honestly believe these kind of people are too self-centered to stop. Good luck.